Hello Ride On people. So this weekend's ride is to Italian weekend. Very fitting. It's been held at Two Wheels of Suches, which is a very popular meeting point. And we have a few riders coming with us. Jerry on his V4 Multi. We've got, I think probably Erik on maybe his new Africa Twin. We have Doug Rixey on his Street Fighter. We also have Bill on his Multistrada. Quite a few Ducatis, and actually one of my subscribers, Steve, has just bought a Multistrada V4s and has asked to come along the ride today, so we're more than happy to see him. And so very much a kind of Italian MV stroke Ducati weekend. Don't think I'll take the drone. I'll give you a rest from that, but I'll probably take some nice photographs and some short videos of the Casey did. I'll probably take some footage with the bikes and have a little ride, maybe a little chat with Steve on his own, just to get his initial impressions on his new Multistrada V4s in sport stroke full trim. And yeah, hopefully we won't get rained on, and the sun will continue to shine and we'll have a lovely day. Anyway, stay tuned.
No. You got to sound a release. I need your release.
Well, it's Sunday now. Apologies for the iPhone footage, but I couldn't be bothered to set up a camera and tripod, so it's a lazy day Sunday, isn't it? Great day yesterday, just great turnout. We had like 10 riders in the end, I think, and plenty of Ducatis particularly, but also a couple of BMWs and stuff. And we had such a great ride, brilliant route, great weather, you know, sunshine, 80 degrees, and you know, great company, and we just had a real laugh. It was a real fun day. So the only other thing I wanted to mention really was on the Multistrada front. Firstly, let's deal with my Multistrada. My Multistrada, I've been told, is in the country for the last few weeks, but I've had trouble getting it. It's coming from California apparently. I've had trouble getting sufficient trucks, believe it or not, to do the deliveries nationwide. Apparently, as soon as it is dispatched, my dealer will get the invoice and VIN number and we'll be good to go. And it's exactly the same with Erik's. We're expecting both mine and Erik's in the same delivery, and we're told at the very latest it will be July, and as it's going to be July during this week, hopefully that will mean that it will turn up in the next week or two. We shall see. Anyway, that's my Multistrada and Erik's Multistrada. However, there are other Multistrada V4s now. One of my subscribers, Steve, I met I guess probably about a year ago. Kind of came up to me and said, "Oh, you know, Richard Dunn Ride On channel." I said, "Yeah, he's a fellow Brit," and we had a good chat. Sorry, a brief chat. Didn't get a chance to talk very long, but I thought he was a really nice guy, and he's just bought a new Multistrada, reached out to me. He's also got the full, like me and Erik have, on order, and he had to go to Florida actually to get it. Had to hire a truck because the weather wasn't great, and drove down there in a thunderstorm and picked it up. But he was on the ride yesterday. He's done about 300 miles now and he's absolutely delighted with the bike. I didn't get a chance to speak to him on his own. I'll do that separately in another video, perhaps when he's run it in, to get kind of full good, bad and indifferent feedback from him. But so far he's sorry, got a plane flying overhead. So far he's pretty happy boy and loving his new Ducati Multistrada. I was also at my dealer last week making sure my Enduro kit was in for the Multistrada, and who should I bump into? A good friend and fellow Ducati Club member, also called Richard. And I said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I'm picking up a Multistrada V4 from the dealer that I've ordered mine, but his is one of the grey ones." And so the grey is a little bit more available because most people want red, being Ducati, and you know, vain people like myself and Erik, we want the full. So I think that might kind of backfire, because I think there's going to be very few greys about, and I think that will make them look a little bit unique and distinguished. And there's also some excellent graphics kits if you don't like the side panels, for instance. So he was just in the right place at the right time. It was sold, and one of the guys that it was sold to decided he could get a full elsewhere, and managed to get that. And then in the same week, this week, they resold it, and the guy was due to come and pick it up, didn't have a deposit on it. He was a no-show, and the next day my friend Rich just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Said, "Oh, you still got that bike, didn't he pick it up?" And the sales manager said, "No, he didn't." He said, "I'll have it." Job done. So that bike was kind of technically sold 3 times in a week, which shows the desirability of the Multistrada at the moment. I think the Rob Report just named it as Motorcycle of the Year, which is something that I kind of called myself 6 months ago. Whether it will be or not for most riders, who knows, but I think it's the best all-round road bike at the moment, and it's certainly in high demand. So that's really my bike, Erik's bike, Richard's bike, and Steve's bike, the full. There's also another one that's been sold to a good friend, Gordon Eriksson, Gordy to his friends, and sometimes Pops, because Pops is the name of his fabrication and coffee shop in Roswell. Very nice guy. He's got some real high-end bikes. I mean, real high-end bikes in his showroom, like stuff, customized Harleys from the likes of Jesse James, one-off bespoke bikes, that kind of stuff. He has a massive workshop area. It's just unbelievable. He's got his own dyno shop. They do loads of fabrication stuff. I'm not talking like mechanics that can bolt stuff on. I'm talking about high-class mechanics that make things by hand, you know, kind of, you know, pie-cut welds on bespoke exhaust systems, that kind of thing. And so he has plenty of fabrication knowledge, particularly with American V-twins, but with all sorts of bikes, plenty of Triumph Customs and stuff. He's got some cool bikes in his showroom, but half of the showroom is also a really cool coffee shop. Think of kind of Starbucks, but without the kind of, you know, it's another Starbucks type environment. Just kind of very cool, trendy place where kind of hipsters hang out, and you know, people that are maybe not into bikes hang out, but they all seem to be cool, you know, turn up on electric skateboards and wear cool clothes, that kind of thing. Anyway, that's in downtown Roswell, or really actually on Route 9 here in Roswell. It's called Pop's Fabrication Coffee Shop, and if you're ever in the area, I'd say drop in, because it's such a friendly and accommodating place. They do great coffee. Got very cool tables with like brake rotors and stuff kind of embossed physically into the tables, and kind of like epoxy resined over. It's kind of too cool to kind of describe, you know, walls full of crash helmets and stuff, but it's a cool place. If you're definitely within half a day's ride of it, you know, pop in, see him. And that brings me to the final news, actually. Gordy from Pop's Fabrication Coffee Shop reached out to me, and also Erik, a fellow ride-on crew member, and we're going to be on the customer advisory board for that dealership, because as from probably August, that will become officially Triumph Roswell. It's going to be one brand, one solus dealership, and Gordy really wants to do that right. Gordy is very into quality and customer service. Yeah, I can tell that by the reception you get when you're there, and also the goods and services that they offer there. All the clothing and everything is top notch. You know, if it's not quality, if it's not cool, they don't want to stock it. And if when you talk to the staff there, if they're not inviting and accommodating, then they don't want to employ them. So they're trying to do that the right way, and they've got some good ideas. And they kind of brought me and Erik on in terms of kind of consultancy. Erik has a wealth of experience, having run his own companies before. I've run my own company, and we have kind of senior management experience, and, you know, decades of interest in the motorcycle industry. We know what we like and what we don't like, and what works and what doesn't work. So we're kind of helping him in an advisory capacity, both pre and launch and post launch, hopefully. And I'll keep you more posted on that. We'll be doing some videos about the new Triumph Roswell dealership, and that will also spawn some additional videos in terms of doing videos to cover the bikes that they get in for demos and so forth, etc. So exciting times, great for this neck of the woods if you live in Georgia. Triumph dealers are very thin on the ground, and they're in a prime location. Within half a mile there are Kawasaki, Honda, Suzuki, Ducati, Harley, you know, dealers, not to mention lots of car dealers and stuff. So it's very much automotive 101 in terms of location, and I think they'll get a lot of through traffic, not least because their coffee shop's brilliant, and the clothing they stock is really cool, and it's just a cool place to hang out. So if you're ever in the area, drop in, ask for Gordy. You will recognise him because he's nearly always wearing his hat, and he'll make you feel welcome. And if you have a Triumph and you're within a reasonable distance, it's good news for you. You're going to have a good Triumph dealer with a well-equipped workshop, staff already trained, mechanics already trained on Triumphs, and they have their own dyno, and they can do one-off work, and you can have a nice latte while you sit and wait for your bike to be serviced. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to go inside because it must be at 90 degrees today. I could do with a cold beer, I think. So anyway, signing off now. Ride often, ride careful, ride on. Hey you, if you want to become one of the Ride On people, don't forget to subscribe. Ride often, ride carefully, ride on.